Morning, lovely people. Hope you're all well this morning, Saturday morning. What a glorious day. It's raining, it's pouring, and I am out on the top step, so as not to get my nice bike wet and my nice Bontrager's dirty. So brilliant stuff. Hope everybody's all well. Hope it's not raining all over the country. I got a car back, so I'm not sure how far I'm going to go today. They said the rain was going to stop. Said the rain was going to stop around 11. Well, let's stop. It's going to be 40–50% chance after 11 o'clock. So, and I've got to go and have a look at my new car. Last Friday, me and Anne, just getting a small gear, went up to Marshall's BMW and found a car. So I don't pick it up yet. It's come from Scunthorpe. Was up there, so it's a 3 Series on a 67 plate. All the bells and whistles. Yeah, I know I'm going to be a BMW driver. Those wankers. Problem is solid cars and they bloody drive well, and got a good deal on it. Well, Auto Trader told me I had a good deal on it. Low price, low average mileage for the year, 21,000. So brilliant stuff. So I'm looking, they got that in this morning, so I'm going to look at that. Just going to have a look at it. Any major issues, then I can turn it down. But to be fair, it looked all good online, and paid a deposit last Friday, which was kind of a weird one, having to, with all the social distancing measures in place, you can't just go and test drive a load of cars. You've got to kind of know what you want to go. I sat in a 1 Series, which was too small for me. Front was a bit too small, and sat in the 3 Series. They had a 3 Series 340, which was spec'd up the same as the 3 Series, the 320D, which we got, which is a shadow edition. So it's yeah, looks nice. And just so, I wonder if you can guess what colour it is. But I wasn't going to go for I've already had a white car. The Golf was white. I wasn't going to go for a grey, silver or black. Just not my style. You know it's not my style. I'm in a black top at the moment just because it's drizzling, just to keep me a little bit dry for a little while. So front end feels a bit weird. Short-lived people. I have a front puncture, so I quickly turned around and tried to get home as far as I could, and I'm less than a mile, so I'm going to walk back home. I haven't got enough time. It's 11:30 now. I was hoping just to smash out 20 miles, do a little bit of a vlog with you lovely lot, and go from there. A little bit of homework still. Just would like to apologise for my language in my last video. I let some slip now and then, but I was really annoyed. The emotional stress that I went through when all I wanted to do was go out and ride my bike. And yeah, ended up, it was like 4 or 5 road closures took me on to the main roads, which was the wrong road, which I didn't want to use. It was basically, you're looking at in between 5 and, I think I left at 25, I can't know what time I left, but it was 5 and 6, 6:30, so it was a busy time. My apologies, there's no excuse, it's no excuse, and I will be sure that in future I will curb my language. Let's move on. Those that are still around, let's move on, all right? Let's forget what happened. I'm talking of that. I was in my illustrious bakery, Bramley Bakery, Bramley Village Bakery, yesterday, collecting some bread, as I do on a weekly basis. Since lockdown, that has been my go of choice. They have been wonderful there, so I'll have a cup of coffee. We go there, the social cycling group go there. Coffee, sausage back, bacon back. They do old-fashioned cakes. It's just full of sugar. But I had to stand in the queue while listening to the ladies behind the counter slagging off cyclists. It's an indoctrination, isn't it? People have a thing, don't they? They just want to. I don't know what it is. It's inbred into their head. You know, they had a load of cyclists outside that had stopped, probably routed their route to come and stop at the Bramley Bakery, supporting local businesses as they do, and they were slagging them off. So I mentioned road tax, which, but they're not driving their car, are they? No idea whatsoever. I mentioned the fact that somebody was like, they're free abreast. You know, there's new cyclists out on the road, so, you know, people are that. I mentioned the fact that on a weekend, there's loads of people standing outside, cyclists, come for coffee and cake. But they're spreading the disease because they're so close to each other. You know, look at the Bournemouth beach, for crying out loud. They're spreading more than disease at Bournemouth beach with the amount of rubbish they're leaving. At the end of it, you know, I just threw my arguments in there just to sort of in a fun way, really. I wish I had the camera, I'd have recorded it. It'd have been fun. But in the end, it comes down to one comment that I got at the end, was I hate cyclists. And it's like, well, that in itself is a little bit of a lunacy, isn't it? You hate somebody you don't know. How can you hate somebody you don't know? What you hate is when you're driving down a road and they're slowing you down. That's what you hate. We don't break the law. We don't break the law. Some people run red lights. Some people may go down the wrong way down a one-way street. But car drivers speed. Red lights. I'm known to have missed an amber before. You know, but then you get the other side of it, where these people that feel that they have the right. They have the right to beat as they're driving up to you at 50 in a 40 zone or 40 in a 30 zone. Then they get too close to you, which is dangerous. And then when they overtake you that it's so close. They don't realise that half the time, if I'm riding with somebody two abreast, if the car driver doesn't give me enough time to brake and pull in, then what does he expect? And that comes down to, ladies and gentlemen, is patience, responsible driving. You're breaking the law by 1, driving up someone's arse, dangerous driving. 2, overtaking too closely, dangerous driving. And then as they're driving up the road, they're going like this in the car. You're a menace! You're a menace! Get off the road, you're a menace! We have to put up with that all the time. I drive responsibly. I have done the other 2 things. I've had points. That's my livelihood, driving on the road, so I have to be careful. And I'll be very honest with you, in the last say 11, probably 9 years. And it was only 2 years ago that I went for my first ever driver proficiency course, and I had no points on my license as of then. I'm not ranting, Bob. I'm not ranting. I'm just having a conversation. You know, we're the menace, but they're driving vehicles that can kill. They're irresponsible, ignorant, selfish. But can't say I haven't been out for a ride and a walk today. The Pirelli Cincinnati actually do a 32, and that's what I'm running on here with the AW3s 32. And I have to say, the Pirellis are amazing, and I need to set them up tubeless. Maybe that's a job for me this afternoon. You never know, actually, it might dry out later and I might jump on the trek later, and I may not even, you may not even hear any of this. You may not even hear any of it, because I am going to get home, get changed, sort this tyre out. Lovely people, if you don't want any more swearing, click up here. This gorgeous sun-swept globe is me, and you click on that means you subscribe. Now I've got 67% of my viewers of my videos are not subscribed. Evidently that's only 4, because I've only got 7 people that watch. But you get me, alright? Here, I don't know what video's here. I'll put something up if you're interested. Lots of love, people. Stay safe, and I will see you all on the road very soon.